this one before. I really like doing stand-up comedy, but I also really like driving around and playing music, even though it's unsafe. But nobody's on the road right now, so you can calm it with your criticism. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and people love to criticize when they don't have anything to add to the table. Yes, people love to criticize when there's nothing to offer. I think I've mentioned this before, but I will mention it again because I know that it's worth re-mentioning. But say I went to a party and I brought 50 different dishes just to have people at the party that didn't bring any motherfucking thing, complain about everything that I have in my knapsack, telling me that they didn't like my seasoning, telling me that I should have used coconut oil instead of vegetable oil. You know what I mean? Fuck those people. Fuck those people. They're just there for all the free food and all the free booze. And I was that one that would bring the free drugs. Not anymore. Not anymore. But I think it's really important that you bring gifts. It doesn't matter what kind of gift it is, but I will say, whoever brings the free drugs, that's everybody's favorite person. And maybe that's why I did it, so people would like me more. That's my painful and embarrassing admission. But I'm still the type of person, I try to be a giver, cause too often I've been a taker, and too often I've been a user and abuser, and so I'm trying to make up for the way that I used to be. Though I realize the 3 nails totally did it for me, but I still gotta commit acts of charity. Not that it's hard for me, it's natural. It's natural for me to wanna be good. And I was thinking about all the awful shit I used to do. How I'd steal your wallet and help you look for it and convince you to file a police report too. I remember being that way, and I was such a bad liar, I couldn't help but give it away. Eventually, it was obvious that that person that I really wanted to be, that little baddie 4 shoes, I wasn't too good at that, but I thought that I was. Why I would ever wanna be, I'm convinced, was the devil taking over me. Cause I'm naturally wanting to do the right thing, but that part of me, that part of everybody that wants to be a victim and make up all kinds of excuses as to why it's okay to behave badly. I gave into that for a while. Sadly, it was terrible. not just for me, but for everybody that involved themselves with me. And I think back on that, and it makes me sick and it makes me sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it but try to be better. I talk about God's grace that allowed me the leeway to come back around and talk about what I found. Whenever I think about Jesus Christ and the sacrifice, I can't help but get real emotional, because I still can't believe that I deserve that. It's crazy to think that somebody would make that sacrifice. And dying doesn't mean anything if living is dying. And I feel like most people, they live their entire life, and it's like they're dead inside. They never figure out how to do without all the bad stuff. It just sucks them down. Below the ground. And it zaps their humanity out. And I remember being that way. For a long time, I was so stuck on my disarray. And I realized that I could do something artistic with it. I didn't realize that there was something to it, and I didn't have to curl up with it and feel bad anymore. 'Cause God gave me a reason. God always gives me a reason. I'm so sure that's what He wants, for me to trust in Him, and eventually He'll let me know exactly why that had to happen, and then I'll let it go. Or at the very least, I'll let it shape me, and I'll be a better person for it. And all the days that I felt like shit will be worth it. They'll be worth it. They'll be worth it. They'll be worth it.